Welcome to Mr. Bunker's Gaming Bunker. I'm Mr. Bunker, and today we're going to be starting Breath of Fire 3. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's scurry around, see what we can't find, and what we can. While we're running around in our PJs. Well, I guess it's not really PJs, it's just a big giant shirt. We found a vitamin! Also, we found a fireplace. It smells burnt. It's because it's burning. Anything here? We found a worm. Running. Zoom. But we got vitamins and a worm, so that's a plus. Look at my little feet poking out from the giant shirt. Also, whose shirt is this? I don't think it would fit Rei or Teepo. Neither of the occupants. Monster. Scary monster. Talk? Even though I look like this, I know a thing or two about camping. Come back later with your friends, and I'll tell you everything I know, okay? Okay, I'll make friends. I found a treasure chest with skill ink in it. Skilling's very good. It'll be how we kind of transfer skills from one person to another if we decide we want to do that at any point. Oh, I forgot. When you change the camera angle, it freezes everything. Boing. I want to see if I can catch him right when his... There they go. Right when his eyeballs are squished into his body. Hilarious. Alright, let's go talk to that guy. If you couldn't guess, that is called an eye goo. Because they're quite gooey. Oh, don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. I'm an eye goo. I'll tell you all about how to fight. Come back when you've got some equipment. Alright, so I need friends and weapons. Gotcha. Oh wait, but I do... Oh yeah, that's why I can't go into the menu. I do have a weapon. I found that melted blade. Hey kid, you better be careful around here. A couple of bullies named Rei and Teepo live around these parts. Oh, a couple of bullies, eh? Wonder... I guess well, yeah, I want to see if I can find a particular person to interact with. Yeah, up here. It's actually kind of nice being able to run around this place, because this is actually a place that you can visit later, but there's random battles. To Mount Gloss. Double check your equipment before entering. Good to know. But yeah, since it's the beginning of the game, you can't run into any battles around here, so it's actually kind of nice to be able to explore a little bit. Hey buddy, what you doing, chopping wood? Very slowly. Hey kid, wander around like that, you're liable to get eaten up by dogs or something. I don't think I've seen any dogs around here, buddy. You might be losing it. I just love like the hair flop and everything as you move, like the very slight jiggle of his big giant hair. It's hilarious. Everything about this game. Very charming, in my opinion. Definitely left an impact. Very memorable. Like, look at these mushrooms. I'll just run around in mushrooms. Okay. There's an old man named Bunyan who lives here in the woods. He's kind of strange. Why else would he want to live by himself in the woods like that? I don't know, maybe because other people are strange? We haven't been able to find much to eat in the forest either. What are we going to do? Alright, so yeah, food is scarce all around this region. It's been a bad year for harvest, etc., etc. Protect our forests. Don't kick, punch, bite, or hurt the trees. Life lessons right there. Please and thank you. Can we get some love for the trees? Okay, not that way. Back through the mushrooms and boop. And here's our funky background music. Oh, guess I can't go down yet. This village looks like a good place to stop. It won't let me go further. Oh yeah, and if I hit square, the village where Mayor McNeil's tenant farmers live. So yeah, there's McNeil, this is the town of McNeil, and McNeil's the guy who owns the town, and basically everyone that lives there works on his farm. So let's check this place out. This is where Rei and Teepo said they were going to go because they were running out of food. Out of my house, you punks! Ha 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 ha! You'll never catch me! It's no use, Rei. Everyone's watching out for us. Nobody's got much food. What with the poor harvest and all. Hey, Teepo, look at this. Just points. Hey, you finally woke up, huh? Ryu's also hungry. Doesn't this beat all? And that's Rei's catchphrase. And I actually always kind of liked it. Doesn't this beat all? Now we've got another mouth to feed. What if we get him to help us, Rei? Good idea. But I think we need to get him out of his pajamas first. Come on. We'll get you fixed up with some equipment. Alright. Still can't get into the menu. Yeah, it's basically as long as you're in your PJs, you can't get into the menu. Locked. We may not have been able to steal any food, but I think we can scrounge up some armor and weapons. I have a melted blade. I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Talk to Teepo. You just wait, Ryu. Rei will get you set up with something in no time. Huh? Did I just say Ryu? Is that your name? Funny. How did I know that? Maybe I dreamed it? Uh-oh, scram! Another successful burglary, apparently. And that was close, wasn't it, Rei? Sure was. But we were able to get him something to wear. Hurry up, Ryu. Don't be a slowpoke. And there we go. Not used to wearing armor yet, eh? Well, it's better than pajamas, that's I suppose. What do we do now, Rei? Well, everyone in town's in a bad mood over the poor harvest. I know. Let's hit the road. We can do some work there. There's a road up ahead called the Jarl Road. Jarl? We go there sometimes and, well, mug people. It's not like we hurt people or anything. Just steal from them. I'm not into hurting people, you know? Makes sense. Not wanting to hurt people, that is. That's right. Even a beginner like you can do it. Come on. Don't worry, let's go. Alright, now we can get into the menu and mess with the settings a bit more. Okay, yeah, now that we're actually in the menu. So we got items, we got a wonderful sword ability. I just love it. And we have formations for our combat. So we can choose to have it so there are no special effects, all members' defense is raised a little bit, or only the front person's power is raised a little bit. And if I remember correctly, this one, I mean, it's very like traditional front line and back line in like Final Fantasies and stuff, where in this position, the person in the front does extra damage, but the people in the back do less damage. And I think it's kind of similar for this, where everyone, because they're in like the second row instead of that front row, basically, everyone's defense is raised a little bit, but also everyone's attack is lowered a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And then normal, of course, does nothing at all. Let's go for attack. And we'll keep Ryu up there, or we could even just put Rei up front and really just have one guy that does a lot of damage. That'd be fun. I think that's something I've never really done, so let's try it. And let's see what our melted blade is like. It's a little bit better. So there we go. Or I guess maybe I should see if it's a little bit better for Rei. No, because he's got a bollock knife. Oh, but it's the same. That's fun. Anyway. So here we go. And we can also now change characters. There it is. L1. And with Ryu, the action button is to use his weapon, his sword. And then for Rei, he doesn't have an actual an action to go along with the button press, but he can unlock locked doors. And Teepo, kicks. And you can kick the shit out of people. Sometimes they don't react, though. There's a monster living up on Mount Gloss. Comes down and steals our cattle. Between that and the bad harvest, we might not be able to make it through winter. Oh, hello. No reply. It's just a scarecrow. And yet it reacted. We live off what we grow and what we catch in the forest. Haven't been able to get much this year, though. Yeah. Man, oh man, if I had all this, just about all of it belongs to Mayor McNeil. Oh yeah, now I can... Yeah, no one's reacting, though. That's kind of weird. Usually they have the same sort of reaction as a scarecrow, where something will pop up over their head. Phew, I'm beat. Beat something. Beat, I tell you. Eh? Can I kick this? No. Oh yeah, but I can, as it told me not to, kick the trees. But I won't. Because who wants to hurt trees? Alright, we are supposed to go down to the road. So we'll do that. Oh yeah, now we have our full group. I think we can even camp now. Things are finally starting to change a little bit. Yeah! But let's first look for another exclamation point. Come on, you. I want that exclamation point. I want to show everyone... Oh, I lost it. What it is. So the exclamation points are like, I guess more or less like grinding areas. They're just little fields that you can go into, and they almost always have an item. Usually just one, though, I think. Ah, and if you start by running, you typically get into a battle before you can reach the item. I'm remembering this all now. Alright, Rei. So Rei has Pilfer, which allows you to steal from an enemy. I don't think... Oh yeah, it does do damage, doesn't it? But I shouldn't, because that man trap right there is sleeping. So he is going to actually examine it. And that lets you have... If you use the examine function on an enemy, and then that enemy uses a skill, there's a chance that you can learn it. Alright, Teepo doesn't know any healing or assist, but he does know flame attack versus one target. So we'll do that. And Ryu knows only the heal spell, heal. So, he's clearly our healer. Might as well examine as well. Let's see how that does. That didn't seem too bad, but... Oh yeah, and this is another cool thing. If you're faster by a certain amount, you get an extra turn, which is pretty sweet. But again, I don't want to wake him, so... There we go. Oh, and even Ryu. I guess because it's asleep, your speed becomes 0 while you're asleep. That would make sense, I guess. Oh yeah, and you have AP instead of MP. That's pretty much the only difference between most other ones. Games, that is. Alright, 8 experience and a pointed stick. A sweet weapon. Alright, healing herb. Oh yeah, and these little bushes. Watch out. You can cut them down with Ryu. Got it. Sometimes there's stuff in them. Well, by stuff. Or I say stuff, but there's only one thing I think ever in them. Ooh, a mage goo, huh? How do I want to do this? I want to do this defend, defend, and examine. Because a mage goo definitely has some skills like burn. And now, Ryu learned burn, because as you saw, when the mage goo used the ability, Ryu had the little exclamation point over his head. Certain skills you can learn, and certain ones you can't ever learn. But learning them allows you to transfer them, or learning them this way allows you to transfer them back and forth. Okay, but now, let's try Pilfer. Itadakin. Oh no, it's Itadaki. So I got a healing herb from him, very good. Let's see if there's anything else. I think it's only one thing per enemy, but let's find out. But now Ryu... Oh yeah, and it's not under assist or attack, which would normally be where attack magic is. It's under skill, because it's something that I learned from someone else, and it's something I can transfer using skilling. But we don't need to use that, and I don't think we need to use that. Not carrying anything, that's what I thought. But I do like that in this game, in Breath of Fire 3, you start out with steel that actually does damage, rather than getting steel and then later getting mug. It's just one ability, it does damage, where in a lot of other games it'll start out with only stealing. A little frustrating. Oh, and we got our 2 experience, that was actually all we needed. Yeah, Teepo level 2, and Ryu, and his intelligence rose, which is obviously affected with magic and whatnot. Alright, there we go. I want to look for more bushes. Oh. Come on. Trying to get the perfect position with these was definitely... There we go. We got 2 Zenny. Alright, that's all I wanted to see. So yeah, those things occasionally pop out money that has fallen into them, apparently. And there's lots of little stuff like that. If you interact with people or interact with objects, different things can happen. I mean, like, look at this. You see a pleasant-smelling field of flowers. Yeah, that's... I mean, it looks like a ring of flowers from here, but that's alright. What about this? Nothing. Alright, so we are going to scurry over here and hit camp. And now we have this, which is probably, you know, just the most perfect falling asleep soundtrack ever. Crackling fire with owls and crickets and... yeah. Anyway. Hey, did you know about what you can do in camp? You can rest and heal HP or make a record of your journey. If you want to know more, take a look at the book in the tent. I will. Right after I talk to Rei. When you're on the road and there's no inn around, or when you're poor, you can always camp out, right? Sounds right to me. What do you want to do? So yeah, and now the diary we have has lots more options. So we can rest, we can save, of course. We can change our party members, which we don't need to, obviously. We can look at the skill notes, and that allows us to change the skills over. But when you do that, it uses up skill inks. So you kind of have to be careful about knowing that you're 100% sure you're going to do it when you go in. Because if you kind of get the whole process started and then change your mind, you still use up a skill ink, if I remember correctly. They might have fixed that in the PSP remaster, but I don't know. And then master list, which we have no misters. Well, we have one mister. We have Mr. Bunker, but Mr. Bunker's not a master. Someone did take a little damage, so let's rest up. Boom. Alright. And now, as soon as we step out, we'll kind of break camp. So you gotta save before doing that, if I remember correctly. Man, even the sound effects in this game, I remember them so distinctly. Like, if I heard these sound effects coming from a TV in the distance, I would know exactly what was happening. Back into the funky music. Okay, so we're going down to the road, past the farm. Yarrow Road. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. If you want to catch this show live, just look for Mr. Bunker's Gaming Bunker at twitch.tv. Alright? Have a good one, everybody.